morning. It's an honor to introduce our student speaker today, Mr. Ed Talbott. Ed is a native of Buchanan County. He's a graduate from Grundy High School. He's a graduate from the Virginia Military Institute with a bachelor's degree in physics. Afterwards, he served our country as a submarine officer in the United States Navy before returning home. Ed is an avid outdoors enthusiast, and he, along with our chairman, Mr. Kilgore, have hiked many long, uncharted trails together. These treks are affectionately referred to as death marches. As most of you know, Ed is somewhat of a perfectionist. Rumor has it he was not satisfied with his pharmacy entrance exam score of 98. So he wanted to take it again because he was sure he had answered all the questions correctly. Now, the maximum score on this exam is a 99, so he did not miss perfection by much. Thankfully, Ed decided to come to our college and has excelled for the past 3 years. He is known for his integrity and his professionalism, and has won the Appalachian College of Pharmacy Professionalism Award for 2 of the past 3 years. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Mr. Ed Talbott.
Thank you, Dean Mayhew. Distinguished members of the faculty and staff, honored guests, and proud friends and family members. Today is May 16, 2009, a date that's been on our minds and in our hearts for the past 3 years. We've all been counting the days to graduation. Today, we leave here as pharmacists. Go out into the world to make our mark and to prove our worth. First, on behalf of my classmates, I would like to thank all the parents, the spouses, and the family members who have encouraged and supported us as we work toward this degree. Without your support, these past 3 years would have gone from challenging to almost impossible. So classmates, let's give our family a round of applause. And finally, I'd like to thank the ACP graduating class of 2009 for asking me to be the class speaker for this graduation. I humbly consider this a great honor. Now you guys can close your laptops and listen up. Now I'll be honest with you, I didn't expect to be the class speaker. First off, I'm not a class officer and haven't been involved in many of the things that the class has been involved with, such as the parties at LBH, the room parties at the Manton Apartments, except for one. The whitewater rafting trips and the snow skiing trips. And also I missed out on some of the most memorable events in our class's history. Today I have never seen a human being consume an entire gallon of milk. I've never seen 2 male pharmacy students dressed in drag giving lap dances at the Miss Appalachian Dream Beauty Contest. Now, with that being said, I guess I am the older statesman of the class, or maybe I'm just that old dude who carries around 6 different colors of highlighters. But during our time at ACP, there's been a couple things that came up in class that gave away my age. When we were studying vaccines, the United States discontinued or no longer giving smallpox vaccines since the early 1970s. Of course, I had to raise my hand and say, yeah, I have a smallpox vaccine. I was the one who could ID the lyrics to Bruce Springsteen's Thunder Road when it came up in one of the professional college lectures. Another 1970 story. And finally, I actually played a high school basketball game in the same room that served as our lecture hall at our classes at the Garden campus. So, now on a more serious note, we've accomplished a goal today that will probably be one of the crowning achievements in our lives. And I can only put this in perspective for you guys based on my life experiences. I've done a lot of things in my time on Earth. I've climbed a lot of mountains, I've hiked hundreds of miles. Like Dean Mayhew said, I've spent over a year of my life underwater on different subjects. I can tell you guys right now, this is the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. We did it. We made it through together. And we're now ready to become pharmacists. And this has not been an easy road. Almost everyone in this room has had doubts at one time or another. I can remember back to one of our first blocks was ANSC, I think it was our fourth block. And I had generated this big 5-page list of about 150, 200 drugs, a study chart, and how all those drugs interact with each other, and how they interact with the human nervous system. And I was completely overwhelmed. And I just didn't think I could get through that first test. I'll tell you what I did though. I set my sights on just getting through that first test. I organized and reorganized all my notes. I basically studied all night. About 6 o'clock that morning, I fired up a pot of coffee, had about, but you know guys, I don't like coffee. Had my cup of coffee, went in there and took that test. And I tell you what, I failed it. I mean, I bombed it, I stuck it. But anyway, I went home and I told my wife, Michelle, and I called my mom and dad, and I said, you know, this is the stress and the pressure I'm going to be under for the next 2 years. I don't think I can physically handle it. And they talked me down and said, okay, yeah, just finish this block. We'll do all right. We had 2 more tests in the block. I somehow managed to get a low B in the block, and I was happy with that. But I think everyone in our class at some point in our P1 year had the realization, you know, hey, Toto, you know, we're not an undergrad anymore. We're going to have to crank it up a notch. We're in grad school. So through trial and error, through sleepless nights, through stress and frustration, we learned how to make it from day to day, from block to block, and from month to month. And those months became years. And now guys are ready to walk across the stage and get our degree. And we've supported each other at every step of the way in this endeavor. We were each assigned different groups or study groups when we first got to ACP. And they taught us how to work together to accomplish certain goals. And a few weeks later, they shuffled us around. We were in different groups. And we quickly learned that not all groups are created equal. But we learned some lessons there also. We studied together. We created our flashcards. Each of us, we worked on drug charts and summaries. We sent those out to all our classmates to help them get ready for the exams. And we would get those phone calls at 2 o'clock in the morning. Be a desperate voice at the other end of the line and say, Ed, how are we going to get through 400 PowerPoint slides of information to get ready for this testimony? But we did it, and we made it, and now we're going to be pharmacists. So parents, you can be proud of your sons and daughters. They have been pushed to the wall, and they did not falter. They took a step back, they planted their feet, and they pushed back. And in this process, we became more than just a class. We are now a family. And these friendships and these bonds that we have forged, it is these bonds that will last us a lifetime. So as your classmate, it's my hope that we try to stay in touch with each other. We have this common bond, and it's not easily broken. So go ahead and look around at your classmates. These are your friends that you can stay in touch with. These are your friends that you can count on over the years. Now, again, as the elder statesman of the class, I do have a few words of wisdom. 24, that's your age, that's a TV show. We'll become 34, we'll become 44 before you know it. And these are the best years of your life coming up. And my recommendation, my advice as a classmate is make sure that you live those years. Don't put off the trips. Don't put off visiting with your friends and family. Because when you're 94, and you've got the oxygen tube in your nose and the IV is going in your arm, and you sit back and reflect on your life, I guarantee you one thing, you're not going to get thinking, well, I'm so glad I worked 70 to 80 hours a week the first 15 years as a pharmacist. You know, you're going to remember looking out on the Pacific Ocean at sunset. You're going to remember that trip to Italy when you're standing there looking up at the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel. You know, you're going to remember standing on the edge of the Grand Canyon, looking out into that vast vastness, and questioning your place in the universe. And it can be just a small thing. You know, you can be that you remember your grandmother's voice as she tells you the secret family recipe how to make pumpkin pie at Thanksgiving or Christmas. These are the things you should be thinking about. Mother Teresa once said, life is a promise, fulfill it. Now, we started this journey with 65 classmates, but through academics and through medical problems, for whatever reason, you have dropped out along the way. Over the past couple of weeks, I've been in correspondence with Matt Wynn. It's a classmate of ours who's currently struggling with leukemia. And Matt wanted to say a few words on his behalf to the class. And Matt writes, when I was first accepted into UACP, all I could think was about the day that I would complete my studies and graduate with my fellow classmates. Like many of you, I did not think there was anything in the world that could keep me from finishing school. And it continues. My life has completely changed. In the midst of all these jarring obstacles, I have been lucky enough to witness tremendous acts of kindness, compassion, and love. Most importantly, I've learned how to slow down. Slow down to enjoy the things and the people around me, and not to take anything for granted. So to the graduating class of 2009, by way of this message, I am so deeply honored to be sharing this day with you. I hope you take a minute to slow down and just enjoy this moment in your life and this huge accomplishment that you have worked so hard for these past 3 years. Enjoy the friends and families you have around you, and enjoy the fact that you are now working professionals with the opportunity to help others in need. Enjoy life. Continues, I would like to thank everyone at UACP. You have all contributed to the many great memories of pharmacy school I have thus far, and I cannot wait to be in the same seat that you are in today. Congratulations, signed, Matt. So those words from Matt out in far California is going to help me demonstrate the geographic diversity that we have in this class. We have students from China, we have students from Cameroon, we have students from Kenya, we have students from Vietnam, in the United States, on the East Coast, at Paramus, New Jersey, all the way to the West Coast, Mission Viejo, California, the great north, Brazil, Minnesota, and all the way south down to Dade City, Florida. And if you drew a line between all those 4 points, you would cross somewhere in America's heartland. Probably somewhere around Grant, Nebraska, hometown of our class president, Mr. Michael Austin. Some of you may remember the Nike slogan from a few years ago, just do it. We're not quite done with our dreams of becoming pharmacists. We have one last challenge ahead of us. Of course, that's the NAP race. Personally, I know we're all going to pass, and I know we have that potential. It's just going to take one last push of the same effort that it took to get us to this point. So as you leave here today to start our lives as pharmacists, it's either 10 miles down the road or 3,000 miles across the country. Let us remember our commitment to our communities. We as a class have volunteered thousands and thousands of hours of community service. Let's keep that spirit alive. You know, with this current economic state that our country's in, there's a lot of people out there that need a helping hand. When I was working on this speech, I ran across a statistic that I found was interesting. Less than 1% of all the people in the world ever achieve a doctoral degree. It's a great honor. And with that great honor comes a great responsibility. As pharmacists, not only will people look to us to provide health care, but we will also be expected to be participating members and leaders in our community. We have achieved a great dream today, and now as a class we need to set the bar even higher. Michelangelo summed it up best when he said, "The greatest danger for most of us is not that we aim too high and miss it, it is that we aim too low and reach it." We are the Appalachian College of Pharmacy class of 2009. Our voices will be heard, and we will make a difference.